guess what next? Come on. This is England. Some fresh peas.
Peas. And it's still called this carbonara.
Welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is James. This is the first video that I've been able to make after my trip to Napoli. We went with some family friends and we had an excellent time. Ate a lot of good food. On the last day we caught the virus coming back, and for the past week I haven't been able to do anything really, so this is the first video that I've made since I've come back, and I had a request to make or to actually review this specific video, so that's what we're going to do today. If you are new, guys, then don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and let's get started.
Hi and welcome to Vincenzo's Plate. Today we are reacting to one of the most popular carbonara videos, and it's a video made by Gordon Ramsay. He abused so many people in his life.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich what?
An idiot sandwich, Chef Ramsay.
And now it's time to take revenge. I'm taking revenge, guys, for all of you who were abused by him. Now, he's a great character. He was very aggressive. Now he's very sweet. He changed so much.
Yeah, Ramsay did change quite a bit. Years ago, he used to be a lot more aggressive, and I guess he's calmed down with age. This happens to a lot of chefs, and this is also quite common in the kitchen, in the British kitchen especially. It's very common to see that character, Ramsay's character, yeah, with the screaming and the yelling. It happens, it's stress, it's just things happen in the kitchen. People need to hear orders clearly, but well, you can't take it to an extreme.
Guys, he made carbonara, which was terrible. That's how I start my video. So let's watch it together and let's see step by step all the mistakes that he made.
Excuse me, I was talking to the neighbours. Love thy neighbour. Now, welcome to Ramsay in 10. Hope you're well. What an amazing week it's been. And first of all, a big thank you.
What a nice guy this guy became. I mean, if you watch the videos from 10 years ago, he was not nice.
Come on, Garrett!
Go.
Keith and Garrett, they've just got all quiet. None of you are working as a team. Where's the lamb sauce?
That's how he used to be, and now he's so sweet.
No, because I haven't actually started cooking yet. This is the prep, okay? Right.
Ooh, he throws salt on the floor. In Italy, we're very superstitious. We don't really throw salt in front of you, always at the back.
We should be putting garlic mushrooms inside the carbonara, but let me tell you something really important. In Italy, they do it with the guanciale, the cheek, and there's no cream and there's a touch of regular garlic. But
We can tell that this isn't going to be a traditional carbonara. No, he's adding peas, he's adding what looks like bacon and everything else. Guanciale, like Ramsay is saying, is the pork cheek. Yes, if you can't find it because it can be difficult to get, you can substitute with pancetta. This is fine to use pancetta, but a little thicker pancetta. You don't want like a super thin pancetta like with the bacon, because otherwise it's going to be crispy. It's not going to be like in little cubes or lardons. But if you can actually get the guanciale, try it. Yeah, it has a different flavor to it. Bacon is going to be smoked, so it'll add another flavor as well to it, but you can substitute it if you need, because obviously carbonara is supposed to be an easy dish to make. It's not supposed to be like a super difficult dish. It's pretty easy to make, but you need the ingredients. And if you have good ingredients, you can make, say, even a margherita pizza with the simplest ingredients. If they're excellent ingredients, you can make it delicious.
Excuse me? Why do you say in Italy to do it like this? So why are you changing it? You're not doing carbonara. Why did you say in Italy we put garlic? We don't put garlic. Never put garlic in carbonara. All right, I understand. You're in England. You're saying I'm in England. I can make it a different carbonara. But it's carbonara. So what if I make a burger and I don't put meat, I put mushroom? Is that, you still call it a classic burger?
oh, come on, Ashley. You give us Gino de Campo, so at least we can give you is a mushroom and some garlic. What about some peas?
It's funny, yeah, because with burgers you don't see people as specific when it has to be specifically just this way. Then again, obviously a burger is a relatively new invention. Carbonara alla Romana, you know, it's an old dish. The way of cheating that you see a lot of people make it is by adding cream to it. It's not carbonara, and you can make it however you want at home, but it's not carbonara. The traditional way of doing it is with egg yolk. This makes it creamy. Ramsay's also talking about Gino. Well, he's a popular chef in England. He's from Napoli, and he's on the morning show in the UK. He's funny. He's very funny. Him and Ramsay have a few series together where they go around cooking in different countries, in Italy, Greece, and all the other countries, and it's very funny to see. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it.
Oh, I see. But you put garlic and onion together?
Yes.
Oh, see, where I come from, Napoli,
Yeah.
we don't do that.
Well, this is America, honey.
Oh.
And we cut corners.
Can we be honest here? I've been cooking Italian food. I wrote 16 cookery books and I still live in Italy.
And I'm 83 years old and I've been cooking long before you were born.
Peas as well.
Mushroom, peas, garlic. There's nothing about carbonara. You're using bacon.
Okay, we've got some smoked streaky bacon, normal streaky bacon, touch of cream.
See, smoked bacon, first it's very thin, so it doesn't give you the texture that you want. You want the bacon, if you use bacon, or pancetta, or guanciale, the way it should be. You want that to be thick slices, and you can cut into cubes. You want that texture in your mouth when you have it, okay? Also, pancetta and pig cheek is cured. Smoked bacon doesn't give you the right flavor. I'm sorry.
Creme fraiche, egg yolks, and beautiful spaghetti. It takes between 7 and 9 minutes al dente.
Now, this spaghetti is using this brand called Di Vella. They used to be so good in the old days, you know, in the 90s, in the 80s. Now, it just became such a big commercial brand. If you look at the pasta, it's almost orange. I don't recommend you to use this pasta.
Mushrooms, I've got a little bit of chili there, grana padano or parmigiano, some garlic, and a touch of chili to give it some heat.
Chili. So you're basically combining spaghetti aglio olio, pasta with peas, bacon or egg roll, mushroom pasta, and I don't know, there's nothing about carbonara in here.
I've never been a big fan of parsley, especially when they just dump it on the side of the plate and we chop that.
Why are you putting parsley? If you're not a fan, don't put parsley. Parsley doesn't belong to carbonara.
They had parsley here in Spain to just about everything. You'll see it in literally everything. It's one of the most common herbs.
We'll keep up. In, okay, let it melt, don't break it, and just twist that around, okay? Lid back on and bring that up to the ball. Now, like I said, the classic carbonara is done with a little bit of guanciale, but we're going to go a little bit more sort of exciting and just cut these.
He said bacon is more exciting. Are you kidding me? I mean, pig cheek is very exclusive, and that's exciting, my friend. Bacon, it's something you can find all the time and you eat all the time. That's not exciting. That's average, everyday meal.
Why streaky bacon, you're asking, okay? It's got the most amazing flavour, but more importantly, it's got a lot of fat on there.
It is good. He said there's lots of fat. You do want fat, okay? It is important, but it's just too thin, that bloody bacon.
Now, from there, bake it in, okay?
This guy's really messy in the kitchen. He just put water into hot oil.
The secret here is to make sure we get a really nice colour on the bacon. Now, black pepper in.
You can see how professional chefs cook a little differently from the professional kitchen and then in the home kitchen. A lot of the habits carry over to the home kitchen, but if you look at Ramsay, yeah, he is messy. And he's probably messy because he doesn't have to clean up. Because if I didn't have to clean up, I could be a little messier. But since I clean up, I try to make sure that I'm always, I clean as I go. But you can tell that that bacon is very thin, yeah? If you can, like I said, get pancetta, but get a thicker piece of pancetta cut and cut them into either cubes or lardons. It'll give you a little bit more time as well when cooking it, because if you're going to be cooking bacon that's super thin, what happens when you cook bacon that's super thin? It's going to cook fast. It's going to be crispy as well if you overcook it, yeah? You'll cook all the fat out, render all that fat out, and it'll be more crispy than it will. It won't have a texture to it when you bite into it. If you use guanciale or if you use pancetta, you want to sear like the outside, but the center, it shouldn't be rock hard, but the center should still be a little soft, so when you bite into it, it has a little bit of a different texture to it.
It is very, very important that when you cook your meat for carbonara, you cook it slowly. You want to get it crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. You don't want to stress the meat. Why is the pasta already cooking? He's probably cooking the bacon way too fast, and in a low, very high heat, and I don't think you get the texture that you really want in the carbonara.
Why? I really like that sort of heat going in there. From there, take your garlic. I like leaving the garlic in, slice it nice and thin.
You don't add garlic to carbonara. You can if you want to try it at home, but no. Yes, you don't add garlic to everything. Let's put it that way.
Okay, and then you can actually keep them whole and take them out before you serve it, but in like so. And then
Why is he using garlic?
You can see Vincenzo's having a little bit of a nervous breakdown now about the garlic. Just a little bit.
2.5 minutes down.
If you want to use garlic, which you are not meant to, saute the garlic before you put the bacon. Why are you doing the opposite? This is basic. This is basic, Gordon. This is basic.
turn that around. That pasta water is going to be absolutely crucial in a minute.
That's right. Pasta water is going to be crucial because it's full of starch, and that's what you need to create the creaminess.
Mushroom.
It's not just the pasta water. The pasta water helps create the creaminess, but it's also the egg yolk. The egg yolks create a creaminess because, well, if you didn't use the egg yolks, you would have to use the cream because the pasta water alone isn't going to create that richness for the sauce.
Don't slice them too thinly, okay? I want to Sometimes we just got a bit of bacon.
Carbonara is a very simple dish when you look at it. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients in it. There's no need, unless you want to change the entire dish, to be adding, say, mushrooms and peas and everything else to it, because it completely changes the dish. When you add this one ingredient, it's another dish. When you take that ingredient out, it's another dish. It completely changes it.
Spaghetti, you sort of look for the ingredients.
It gives you a little bit of body. What are you talking about?
A touch of black pepper and a touch of salt in there.
You put so much salt in there, which you don't need, man. Bacon should be salt. Okay.
Just one beautiful red chili. I know you're going to
Whenever you're using pancetta, guanciale, bacon, and then you're also going to be adding, say, parmigiano, or you're going to be adding pecorino. All of these components have a lot of salt. Yes, they're very salty. So when you're cooking, when you're making the carbonara or anything like this, first, you don't want to add more salt to that. You can salt and season the water for the pasta, that's fine. But for the actual dish, you don't want to be adding more salt to the bacon or the guanciale, and then you add the parmigiano in, because at the end it's going to be very salty. If you do need to add more salt, just simply add more cheese at the end of the dish, and that should be enough. Because if you get a very, very good parmesan, the ingredients will take care of themselves. You don't need to add on top of that.
Beautiful red chili. We have a rainbow pasta. That's what he's doing. We got so many colors in this dish. There is nothing about carbonara. Would you buy a pizza margherita from the shop and then they give you a meat lover's pizza? Do you still call it pizza margherita? That's basically what he's doing. You're ordering carbonara from the restaurant and he's delivering you a rainbow pasta with whatever he wants.
I don't think you should have put chili in it.
Matilda, please, there's a touch of chili. Look at that there.
The whole chili.
Just call it Gordon Ramsay lockdown rainbow pasta.
But look at the soupy bacon. It looks expensive bacon now because all that fat's gone and that flavour's in there.
Oh, Ramsay's saying that. Look at the bacon, because now it looks like expensive bacon now. No, it doesn't look like expensive bacon. It looks like cheap bacon that you just cut up and used instead of guanciale or, pancetta.
It looks like ham. It turned like a ham, to be honest to me. And I like the meat to be cut into cubes when you make carbonara.
Eggs. Okay, I want to grate some grana padano inside the eggs.
Grana Padano, that's the cheapest cheese you can get. Parmigiano Reggiano or Pecorino. Pecorino is the right way, the right cheese to use for carbonara. But Grana Padano, guys, come on. I know it was in lockdown, but someone like Gordon Ramsay, he can get all the ingredients he wants. Come on.
Now,
That's true. Yeah, with Ramsay, he's a multi-millionaire. It's definitely the cheapest here in the grocery store, like half the price of Parmesan. Now, Parmesan is made from cow's milk, okay? It's a very good cheese. I love Parmesan, but this is from cow's milk. Pecorino is from sheep's milk, yes? Has a different flavor to it. If you can get pecorino, get pecorino. But if you can't, get Parmigiano, and whatever you do, don't get the grana padano. It doesn't have as much flavor in it. So for that reason, he may be adding a little more salt to the dish because it doesn't have that much flavor to it, not compared to the other two. And even if you make risotto, use Parmigiano. Don't use grana padano.
Did you use a little bit of milk?
Milk? So now we're making a mac and cheese? What are you doing?
So we grate some Parmesan on top of the eggs, and then look, a nice spoon of creme fraiche. Of course, milk is fine.
Sorry, what's creme fraiche? Is that double cream?
Okay, look, so you mix that up.
Ramsay's cheating a little bit. He's using creme fraiche, yes? He's cheating. This is an easier way of making it creamy instead of just using the eggs and tempering the eggs. Now, if you don't know what creme fraiche is, as Vincenzo doesn't know what it is, creme fraiche is like sour cream, but it's richer than sour cream. It's much more expensive as well, and it's not as tangy. It's thicker than sour cream. It's not as watery. I like creme fraiche. I use creme fraiche a lot. I can't get sour cream over here. I use creme fraiche for just about everything, but it has a little bit of a different characteristic than sour cream. I wouldn't be using this for this dish. So you can cheat a little if you want to add some creme fraiche to it, change it a little bit. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just, it's not the traditional way.
The creme fraiche is really important. We put a little touch of water in there, okay?
Should put pasta water in there.
I know, but if it's hot, it'll cook the eggs.
Did you see what he did? I mean, that cream didn't look that bad. And then he added the water from the tap. Even the daughter told him, you should use pasta water. Gordon, what are you doing? You got so much experience on TV. You can't tell me you got stressed. I understand when you're in front of the camera, you make lots of mistakes. I do too, I do a lot, because there is pressure. But you don't use tap water. Look, it's not the right carbonara cream, but I have to be honest, it doesn't look that bad. I'm sure it's tasty.
Now look at that colour. How beautiful is that?
It's not beautiful, I'm sorry. It's not carbonara for me, so it's not beautiful. The mushrooms, they're not ready yet. So, sorry, I cook my mushrooms at least 15 minutes to give the flavors.
15 minutes to cook mushrooms is a long time. Yeah, and there's a lot of factors that go into how long you should cook mushrooms for. You need to know when they're done and when they're not. It depends on the variety, the type, the size, how thick you cut them. There's a lot of factors. So 15 minutes is too much.
Guess what next? Come on. This is England. Some fresh peas.
Peas. And it's still called this carbonara.
Look at that.
This is what I said before with Jamie, making curry and making like fried rice and everything else. We put peas in everything in the UK. Absolutely everything. We use peas for everything, yes? And you can see Jamie using peas for all his curries and for just about everything, and then, well, Ramsay's using it in the carbonara. It happens.
Also, I want a nice full portion of carbonara. Okay? Again, correct the seasoning, the peas in there.
He's putting a lot of peas in there. It's looking like a green pasta.
Lightly toasted.
He didn't put a little bit of peas. It's covered by peas. Gordon, I think your daughter would have done a much better job. She is good. She's on you, like she's telling you what to do. And you're doing the opposite.
Right, pick up a little strand. There between. A little touch crunchy. Should be 7.5 minutes.
That's how you taste the pasta. You did the right thing this time, eh? You didn't throw the pasta on the wall. That's how you taste the pasta. So, well done.
Take a spoon and add a touch of water.
The easiest way to tell pasta when it's ready is by doing what Ramsay's doing, is by tasting and then actually seeing if it's al dente or, you know, a little, say, less al dente, whatever you like. But when you cook enough pasta, you get to the point to where you can actually pick up the spaghetti and actually, just by picking it up and seeing how bent it is, just by feeling it, of whether or not it's ready. Yeah, it's a little weird, but when you start to cook a lot of pasta, you get very used to knowing when it's ready, when it's not ready. It's like a sixth sense with pasta. It happens.
Using my idea.
Well done, daughter, well done. That's what he was meant to do with the cream. Gordon, you're under pressure. I'm sorry, you abused so many people. You made us enjoy yourself abusing people, and now I'm abusing you to take a revenge on everybody. You are making a big mess in this video, in this recipe, and you don't deserve any views for this. Yeah! Don't take it too seriously, my friend. We love you, Gordon, but this is not a carbonara.
Again, this is about 30 seconds away.
Throw it against the ceiling.
Always.
If it sticks, it's done.
And if your fingers go through there gently, okay, it literally signifies it's done.
No, don't listen to that. Don't cut your pasta, just taste it. If it doesn't taste right, you keep cooking it. Don't do any other thing. No wall, no ceiling, no breaking the pasta.
Break off. Yes?
Look,
No, Matilda.
it's done.
The daughter Matilda, she's allowed to do it. That's cute. Well done, Matilda. You can do it. No, you, Gordon.
If it sticks on the ceiling, it's done.
Go. No, look, like this.
Go. Tilly, where are you getting this from? Touch more water in there, please.
So they basically half of the pasta is on the ceiling, half of the pasta is eaten already, so there's not much pasta left.
Okay, water out. Okay, colander over. Drain. Put a little bit of that pasta water in there. Just a touch. Season the pasta. Okay, there.
He's adding more salt to everything, so I would add the salt at the very end to see if it's correct, yeah, because that way you can control all the ingredients, because you still haven't added any of the cheese or the other ingredients that are already salty. So just keep this in mind if you're making it at home.
But watch, this is the most complicated part now. Look.
It is the most complicated part. So if you're doing this, so if things don't go as quickly, you can add this to the pasta, or the pasta to this mixture, but do it off the heat. The residual heat from the pan will continue cooking the egg, because otherwise you could have a bit of a mess if you freak out and you start adding things on the fire, and then it's going to go too fast. You'll scramble the eggs, you know, things like this.
Calm down, please.
I'm getting
Matilda.
you in it too.
Calm down, calm down. And this is where it gets tricky.
Hey Gordon, Matilda is doing a great job. Don't tell her off. She's a great cameraman. You are making the mistakes, my friend.
Eggs in. Turn the gas down.
The gas is not down. Look at the flame. Look how big, look how powerful that flame is.
The eggs. Okay. There you go.
You didn't turn the gas down.
How can I do it? I've only got one pair of hands.
You said turn the gas down and you didn't turn the gas down.
Oh my goodness me, madam.
Helping you.
You are getting very cheeky.
I'm starting to believe that they created a video like this on purpose to get the views, because Gordon, like, this is not even a beginner that's this is such a mess. You made a frittata, but at the same time, it's a rainbow pasta. It's not a carbonara pasta.
Parsley in, okay? Parsley in.
Come on, you can actually make it. Just try. Quick.
You can add a little bit of parsley, but like a massive handful. I mean, just look at Vincenzo, huh?
I'm gonna have time for fresh parmesan.
How long?
20
20
seconds.
seconds. And then the parmesan. But look at that. And in there. Parmesan on top.
What is it? So, you tell me guys, what is it? You call this carbonara? If you do, then you're missing out on the real carbonara. We are in 2020 and you can find the right ingredients for carbonara. 2020, you can make carbonara. You can enjoy the real carbonara. Forget about Olive Garden. Forget about Gordon Ramsay. You want to learn how to make carbonara? I've got the video for you on my channel. It's the way to do it. It's easy and anyone can make it. You don't have pig cheek, you use pancetta. You don't have pecorino, you use Parmigiano Reggiano. But no peas, no mushrooms, nothing else, and no bacon. Guys, this is bad. This video was terrible, and Gordon Ramsay deserves a big thumbs down. Sorry, Gordon, but you have made a big, big mess. Sorry.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, I'm sure it doesn't taste bad, right? It's Ramsay. He knows how to cook. He has more than 3 Michelin stars just with one restaurant. He has multiple Michelin stars. So he knows how to cook. But it's not carbonara. That's for sure.
You've done it!
For the first time!
You get to carbonara! And a Cornwall! God bless! Have a great week!
3 seconds!
It was fun. It was fun to watch. He's a great guy. He's entertaining. I love him. We all love him. So, well done, Gordon.
Well, guys, I have to agree with Vincenzo that I don't consider this carbonara. He didn't make carbonara at all, but it was a fun video to watch. It was fun to see Ramsay actually cooking in his home kitchen with his daughter, yes, and actually seeing him laugh and having fun while making something instead of yelling and screaming at everybody. That can be fun too. It's just not fun for the person being yelled at. But in any case, it was a fun video to review. If you have any more questions or comments, then let me know in the comments down below. And while my voice is coming back to normal, I'm still speaking a little off, but hopefully in the next video it'll be a little more normal. In any case, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, guys. And I hope you have a great week. Stay safe, take care, and stay healthy. See you guys again very soon.